YouTubers work hard, and often they're not recognized enough. Today we think different, and we review their nice ecosystem. Join me today on this fun journey as you might discover new people. Welcome to the Bast Audiophile with your host, the Bast, an audiophile. Today we review an important part of the audiophile hobby. We review YouTube reviewers. 3 years ago, I uploaded a YouTube episode 63, on which I provided my top 10. It was the top 10 of 2023. Surprisingly, they're all still active, the new reviewers, publishing regularly fantastic reviews. That top 10 is still relevant today, and nothing has changed much. The link is down below in the description if you want to watch it. But more YouTubers have gained traction, and their work needs to be noticed as well. Today I present to you a new top 10 of my favorite YouTubers for HiFi. I will not repeat myself, so it's not the same people today. But like last time, the order isn't really important. It's not really scientific. It's just for fun. The order isn't very relevant. If you made it to the list, that means that you provided very good content. Therefore, if you're watching this episode, it just means that these reviewers are worth your attention. They all bring different flavors, so again, don't pay attention to the order. This top 10 is just for fun. It adds a little bit drama in the YouTube community, and that's good. So let's start immediately. Number 10. Aequo, Tono from Japan.
Well, let me explain a little more about that and then I'll listen to it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. First, let's start with the speakers. I don't want to start with the main dish. Let's go straight to the details.
Well, as you can see, the
main dish is concrete. Done. Why did you decide to make this? I didn't mean to make it myself. Oh, really? Yes, what do you mean? Well, I was just thinking of building a regular house. When I went to the audio shop where I usually meet, it was a mysterious audio shop. Yes, a mysterious audio shop, yes. So, when I went there, a customer there said, "There's an architect here."
Tono presents to you the most impressive sound systems that he can find in Japan. Noticeable fact, he publishes 3 videos a week, which is 3 times more than most reviewers. His personality and his topics really stand out. So with him, we discover real passionate people and amazing sound systems. So thank you Tono from Japan for your great work this year. Number 10 Aequo, Tarbamar.
Topping newest A900 could be record-breaking in signal-to-noise ratio, total harmonic distortion, and channel crosstalk. Hello everyone, welcome to Tarbamar HiFi Review channel. Today I would like to share my experience of using topping A900 headphone stage with preamplifier stage built in there, fully balanced end-to-end, dual output for 6.35 single-ended output, 3-pin balanced XLR output, as well as 4.4mm and 4 pins balanced XLR output, 2 of each, cleanly designed with very good switching mode power supply built inside, headphone amplifier stages under the heatsink that they built together, step volume control that they designed, and signal to noise ratio is 151 dB, 151 dB THD as well.
Tarbamar is a seasoned audiophile who has published over 600 videos since 2006. He specializes in DAC reviews, but he covers at times speakers, amplifiers, and so on. His honest, independent views are valuable. His community gravitates towards him because he has very good taste. His videos are simple but honest. Number 9. The audio stuff.
What about the overall quality of the AC power feeding your entire system? This brings us to our third and perhaps most intriguing secret tweak: parallel AC power conditioning. The Snapway Noise Defender and the mainstream masterclass. Now, when most people think of power conditioners, they often picture big boxes that everything plugs into, and they filter the power in series. But there is another approach called parallel conditioning. Instead of putting a filter directly in the path of the electricity going to your gear, these devices plug into a spare outlet on the same circuit. Snapway is designed to plug into an outlet near your system and essentially absorb or dissipate that high-frequency noise, cleaning up the power in parallel. It's housed in a solid metal enclosure, giving it a surprising heft and a really sturdy premium feel.
The audio stuff has a calm and relaxing voice, which brings us to his world. He covers different pieces of equipment and maintains a positive approach always. His curiosity brings us to discover new gear all the time, and it's always a pleasant experience. So that was audio stuff. Now number 8, the absolute sound.
Many of you in this delightful hobby have undoubtedly experienced equipment that will forever remain in your memory because of the revelatory listening experience it offered. I have a strong suspicion that the AGD Productions Solo Monoblock Limited Edition amplifier is just one of those pieces for me. With a price per pair coming in at $23.5K US, for me they'll remain a memory for now. But when my hi-fi budget grows, I'll definitely be keeping my eye on these beauties. However, if you currently find yourself looking for equipment in this price range, you're going to want to stick around while I share what I heard while listening to the AGD Solo monoblock amps.
The Absolute Sound is the YouTube channel. It's the electronic version of the magazine of the same name. Their website is also extraordinary with a lot of information. Based out of the UK, they have an international outreach. I say they because it's many people, and that's why it's number 8, because it's a little bit inconsistent. Not every reviewer is absolutely fabulous. There are inconsistencies in the reviews. But they have access to the most impressive equipment, and their expertise is top. Very structured and based on true methodology for the most part. With them, I've learned a lot of things, pretty much in each video. Finally, the execution of their videos is lush and of very high quality. It's always pleasant to watch. I never miss an episode. So thank you, the Absolute Sound, for your work. Now, number 7, the Audiophile Man.
And we will start with a cartridge, and a cartridge from Japan, specifically Hana. And the cartridge is their flagship model, the new flagship model called the Umami. Umami? I don't think it's Umami. I think it's Umami. Sounds rather posher, doesn't it? Umami Black from Hana. Hana is owned by a larger Japanese company called Excel. Hana is actually Excel's export brand, you might say. I'm pretty sure Hana is not for sale in Japan. They just buy Excel. And it's just a Western thing, Hana. So if you ever see Hana, think Excel. Excel do very expensive, very plush, beautiful cartridges. So Hana is basically Excel. Anyway, bit of background.
The Audiophile Man is a real audiophile. The way he looks, the way he talks, you're immediately convinced that he's a real audiophile, which brings him instantly credibility. He does review of hi-fi equipment, but also reviews of news, which is quite well curated. His website is also well developed. Thank you for your time and your work this year, dear Audiophile Man. Now number 6, Is It Worth It Reviews.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Is It Worth It Reviews. Now, these days there is a trend that almost everybody is trying to get onto, and that's making a portable yet tube deck with these miniature tubes inside. And there's a reason for that. Most of them sound really good. But Kayan RU9 here has some very strong cards that'll probably make it an ultimate buy when it comes to portable tube decks. But let's talk price first. RU9 costs $499 US, and it's centered around AKM deck chips, actually 2 of them working in tandem, and it has a battery, 2000 milliampere hours, and it has plenty of versatility when it comes to connectivity and operating modes and everything. So let's start with connectivity and how do you get data to this DAC.
Is It Worth It Reviews has passion and expertise. They transcend easily the screen every single time. Like me, he has a strong accent, and I love the sound of his voice. He covers hi-fi equipment, but mostly DACs. A little bit like Tarbamar, his good sound taste wins us. But he also has electronic knowledge, which makes his reviews very interesting. That was it for Is It Worth It Reviews. Now let's see the top 5. Number 5, the Apartment Audiophile.
Today we're talking about the Rig Up Lan R3, aka the turntable that's been around longer than most of us have been legally allowed to drink. It's a legend. But is it still worth your hard-earned money in 2025? Let's find out. Welcome to the Apartment Audiophile, where big sound meets small spaces. If you love vinyl, hi-fi gear, and honest review without BS, all from a cozy apartment, you're in the right place. This video is not sponsored. I got this bad boy with my own dollars.
Now this is a new channel. They only have 14 episodes, but the quality is extraordinary. You know that they're up for a great future. The video production is top-notch and the content is passionate and well-researched. It is simply really good. Also, they're not afraid to speak to the beginners in hi-fi. They address something rare on YouTube, the lack of space in apartment and the presence of neighbors. Their channel is growing fast. We wish them the best of success for the future, and we hope that this 5th position will give them a small boost on YouTube. Now number 4, Hi-Fi Cave.
Man, we are like so much our own enemies, right? Like I've had the same audiophile bug that hits most of us. I'm going to change everything. I've changed my source, went from digital back to vinyl, and now back to digital again, my DAC. I will change my speakers again at one point. I'm going to change the amplifier at one point. It's going to happen. I have one component that has stuck into my system, and I will never entertain the idea of selling it. That is my Puritan PSM 156. And today, I just found the second item I'm never going to change. So I've known Cryotone for a while. I knew they had components, but I had never dug into them. But then I saw this channel.
The specs for this Cryotone is even better than the Mod-Ray analog bridge. Wow, the sound, you guys. It's life. My system has never sounded this good.
So I bought one. And man, am I happy. In my rig, I can use it between the DAC and my preamp, or between the preamp and the amp. And I love the differences that it made. But before I get into what this does, I'm just going to share little snippets of me taking this box to 2 of my audio buddies that have very different hi-fi rigs.
Mr. Loic is best friend with Thomas and Stereo. Thomas's Stereo was presented in our last top 10 of hi-fi in 2023. But this year I decided to present Mr. Loic. Together they explore the world of hi-fi. But Mr. Loic is a little bit different from Thomas. He's clearly on a quest for the ultimate sound quality at all costs and efforts. His DIYs, his obsession for the best tubes, his very unique findings makes him stand out from the crowd of YouTubers. He also puts a lot of effort in his videos, and his content is really original. Thomas and Stereo wouldn't be the same without Loic. I highly recommend you to subscribe to his channel. Now number 3, Aequo, a British audiophile.
Fun fact, the Saturn was originally developed as a DAC and then a CD transport added, as opposed to the other way around, though I think most people will be buying it primarily as a CD player. So let's start with its performance as a disc spinner. The Saturn Mark III adheres to the stereotype of a musical sonic presentation. The bass is weighty and a bit plump, the mid-range is full with some softening to the leading edge of notes, and the upper registers are refined but not uber detailed. It's not a slow and ponderous sounding player though. The Riga's too good at handling percussive rhythm sections for that, but it may not appeal to the analytical audiophile, more one for those looking for something a bit more fluid and forgiving.
In these videos, everything is lush. Each video is proper to the extreme, in their form, in their content, even the name. A British audiophile is very well suited. A little bit like Is It Worth It Reviews, a true passion for music with an electronic expertise characterized this channel. But a British audiophile is broader in his topic. He covers speakers, amplifiers, power conditioners, room treatment, cables, etc. Every video comes as a surprise. A British audiophile is one of the reviewers I invite you to subscribe to today. Now number 3, Aequo, OCD HiFi Guy.
Hey gang, OCD Mikey, HiFi Guy here, and a quick note to you all, just to explain something. Why do I have a $200,000 audio system? Why do I do that? Why would I do something so crazy and have such a expensive audio system? Well, look, I am here as an audio professional, as an expert, right? So how am I going to sit and talk to you about high-end audio if I use AirPods as my favorite thing to listen to music on? How am I going to sit here and talk as if I'm an expert if I don't have the best stuff in the world, basically? So here's what I have. Really quick. These are the Fisher & Fisher SN1000 speakers. These are 685 pounds of solid slate imported from Germany. You can see this is all solid slate, no MDF, no cheap veneers, no bullshit furniture shit. This is actually stone, and yes, it does make a big difference. It makes a very big difference in how it sounds. These speakers are $110,000. Got double subs right in there. You can see them facing each other. They send out a shockwave of bass. It's hard to control the bass on these in such a small room. My room is 20 by 21 with you can see this slanted ceiling. It's, horn loaded in my room. I use, these are $50,000, well, $60,000, monoblocks that, are a single-ended triode, Class A, 160 watts. Typically, you are restricted by using 845s to about 35 watts per tube, 40 watts per tube. And in the world of tube amps, a single output tube is always the Mac Daddy. It's always the best, most purest way to listen to a vacuum tube is to have one output tube. Unfortunately, very few single output tubes have enough watts. The most powerful we can think of is maybe 845, and you get maybe 35 or 40 watts out of them, maybe a little bit more with some transformer, magic or what have you, but really it's definitely not over 50 watts. This is 160. Okay, this thing can power a speaker from 0.5 ohm all the way to 32 ohms. This is the most stout vacuum tube amplifier you will ever see in your life or hear in your life. And it powers these speakers, which dip down to 1.9 ohm, and they're about 94 dB sensitivity. But they're not the easiest load to drive, but these vacuum tubes do it no problem.
OCD HiFi Guy, as you might have noticed by the name, is a character. His strong attitude and his lack of video post-production gives you the feel that he doesn't like to lose his time. But he's there to provide you with really good content. He has a strong expertise in hi-fi, and he's really passionate. The downside is that he's a distributor, meaning that he presents what he's selling. The good news is that he sells very interesting gear. He has great finds, and his content is full of relevant information. He clearly believes in what he sells, and most likely you will learn something at every episode. That was number 3. Now number 2, the Hans Bequisen channel. I hope I pronounce it well.
Let's first look at the technology behind the average CD player. The CD is inserted into a laser drive, where it hangs from a dime-sized spindle, held in place by a small lightweight puck. A 780nm laser beam mounted on a sleigh or swing arm is pointed at a disc which reflects the beam back. It reads the track from the inside out. Since the diameter is smaller on the inside, the disc must spin from 500 rpm on the inside to 200 rpm on the outside to keep the track speed constant at 1.2 meters per second. That's 4.2 kilometers an hour or 2.6 miles per hour. roughly walking speed. The track is 500 nanometers wide, that is 0.00000005 meters. A human hair is 17,000 to 180,000 nanometers wide, so 34 to 360 times thicker. To get an idea, try counting bricks as you walk over them. The pits in the CD are even smaller compared. And it gets harder. The CDs are made from polycarbonate, a flexible material. They vibrate due to rotation, so the laser must constantly adapt its focus. Reading without errors will be quite an achievement. That's why CIRC error correction is used. And when it fails, the player interpolates, filling in missing data to avoid glitches.
You've seen my reference to that channel in episode 78 on DAX. We reviewed how DAX works, and I pointed out to this channel because it's a Bible. With over 500 videos since 2013, the Hans Bequisen channel is an encyclopedia for audiophiles. If you're interested in digital formats, any kind, that is the source of information. Streamers, DAX, CD players, network switch, clocks. He's the Yoda of the digital world. You think that all DAX sound the same? He will prove you the opposite by simply exposing how a DAC works. You wonder why to use a master clock? He will have a detailed yet simple explanation for you. He's that man. Despite the neutral format of his videos, let's be frank, the content is unbelievably entertaining. For me, that makes this channel on top of others. That was number 2. You've waited for it? Now thank you for watching this video up to now. Before to reveal the number 1 HiFi YouTuber, let me invite you to leave a comment down below. Don't let me miss a great YouTuber. If I've missed one, please let me know. Okay, it's time for the number 1 now. Again, the order of presentation of the top 10 isn't really relevant. If you made it in the top 10, you're a great YouTuber. Having that said, the number 1 has a great place in my heart. The number 1 position of this top 10 HiFi YouTubers goes to New Record Day.
This video, thank goodness, is not going to take an hour. Alright, so before we get started, there are 2 things that you need to know. Number 1, all of these sound demos in this series are recorded on a binaural dummy head, and in order for you to take full advantage of a 3-dimensional sound field, you must be wearing headphones. Second, this video is being sponsored by ATS Acoustics. Shortly after I started on the sound shed, they reached out to me about collaborating on acoustic treatment, and their timing couldn't have been any better. So, whether you are in the market for diffusers like the ones that I'll be showing in this video, or absorption panels, which we covered in last week's video, remember to check out the links in the description box down below, or simply just give them a call and tell them that Ron sent you. They have been incredible to work with and have my full confidence that they will take care of you guys.
New Record Day was one of the original HiFi YouTuber. With over 500 videos, he covered a lot of equipment up to today. He's one of the founders of the rise of YouTube channel in the genre. His reviews are critical, honest, informative. You feel an instant trust in his passion and expertise. I'm a longtime fan. That was the top 10. But wait! We have a bonus channel. Yes, please don't go. That channel could have been on the first place of the top 10, but they only have 2 videos. The bonus channel is the supreme Jana Loves HiFi.
次のステップは、巻き線処理になりますね。巻き線処理はだいたい3分から4分になります。先ほど言った絶縁処理した部分、十字の形になってるんですが、その部分に、巻き線処理をその4つの部分に対して巻いていくという処理になります。
So that is how a Denon DL103 cartridge is made. I am so happy to be able to share this close view into cartridge making with you all, and I cannot wait to share more episodes of how HiFi is made soon. I'll also be posting a walkthrough video that goes into a little bit more detail in the DL103's production process, as well as my experience visiting Shirakawa Audio Works. This is now the fourth cartridge manufacturer that I've been fortunate enough to visit through my work in high-end audio over the years, but I never get tired of watching and learning about the process.
Jana is not new to HiFi Reviews. She has worked for years with Steve Guttenberg and Darko Audio, two main audiophile channels covered in my previous top 10 of 2023. Her videos are incredible, extremely subtle, simply beautiful. Time stops when she films. Well researched and documented, she has access to the best everywhere she goes. I wish that she would produce more frequently. Each of her videos is a piece of art. Also, unfortunately, she doesn't speak much in the videos, meaning that when she interviews people, we at the end don't really know what she's thinking. It would be nice to have more of her opinions. But frankly, something tells me that she will deserve the first position of my next top 10. We strongly wish her to continue. Her YouTube journey as a reviewer is extraordinary so far. She has a unique voice and position in the industry. So that's it. Thank you for watching up to now. Feel free to comment down below. Subscribe to this channel and all the other channels presented in this video. We all work hard for our content and we hope that you enjoy. Finally, if you want to be part of the process of making these videos, you might want to join our Patreon. The link is down below. We're looking forward to seeing you in our next videos. Until then, take care, enjoy music, and goodbye.